When the power goes out, you would expect your printer to stop working and your print fails. This actually happened to me during one of my first 3D prints using the A1. I was 8 and 9 hours into the print, but wait, to my surprise, upon turning on the printer back on, I discovered that I've been prompted with a message that says, we've detected power failure, power outage, something along those lines, and it allows you to resume your print. My eyes literally lit up when I first seen that message. This is when I knew I made the right decision when purchasing this printer. Now, you do have to note that your print still could potentially fail, depending on where the printer decides to stop printing. Now, let's imagine your nozzle stops in the middle of the print. The power goes out and your nozzle is sitting on top of the model. And what would happen essentially is the nozzle being so hot, not moving, what do you think is going to happen? It starts melting into the model, which could potentially ruin it. So as good as this feature is, it doesn't guarantee to be 100% successful. I did personally have a model, I had the nozzle remain on top of the model. When the power went out, it started melting some of the plastic away, and but when the power resumed and the print continued, guess what? It actually turned out just fine. This is one of the features that I learned by accident when I was purchasing A1. Really, I was just buying it for the sake of how fast and how detailed the prints come out, and people showcasing that, you know, you're using a 0.2 millimeter nozzle, you can almost create resin-like prints. Okay, so Bambu A1 is a really good printer. Before we continue, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, PCBWay. PCBWay is currently hosting their 7th project design contest. To enter, your project has to fall under one of these 3 teams: electronic, mechanical, or STM32 project. Now for the prizes. First place features $1,500 cash, $200 coupon, and a palm-sized robot dog. Second place offers $1,000 cash, $100 coupon, a Raspberry Pi 5. Third place offers $500 cash, $50 coupon, and a smart camera using color shape detection. There are other prizes too. I will leave the link in the description for you to review what is all involved. Please read through the rules before submitting your project. Please meet your judges for this contest. And here you can already see some of the entries. Please don't feel discouraged, as you have time till January 19th, 2025 to submit your entry, which then will be reviewed from January 20th to February 28th, and the results will be announced March 10th, 2025. Have you ever had a print fail because you had a tangle in your spool? I know with my Ender 3, the print would continue even though the spool was stuck. To me personally, it's one of the most annoying things about 3D printing is, you see your printer running, you see your printer, working, you think everything's all right. Then you look down at the model and you see that the nozzle is miles away from where it's supposed to be. Now, a good thing about Bambu Lab A1 printers, they have a feature called Filament Tangle Monitoring. Alright, so if there's a tangle in your spool, what's going to happen is the filament is going to continue being extruded, right? There's a spring inside your filament hub, okay? And what's going to happen, that spring, as it compresses, it's going to move the magnet that is found right here. That magnet is going to move closer to the sensor, which is found right here. And essentially the magnet and the sensor will interact, and a signal will be sent to your printer letting you know that there's an issue, right? Now, what's good about your extruder still working is that even though there is an issue, there is a tangle, there's still a little bit of filament remaining inside the filament hub that will break off and continue being pushed through. This way, you're not going to develop air printing that we spoke about just recently. Right. I believe that's how I understand it. More detailed explanation can be found on Bambu Lab A1 Wiki, or just Bambu Lab Wiki, not specifically to A1, even though they do have different categories for different printers that they have, and there are different features that they offer. But today we're focusing on Bambu Lab A1, right? So yeah, filament passes through AMS. There's a tangle. The magnet goes down, interacts with the Hall sensor. The filament is then cut off, is being still pushed through. This way you're not developing any air printing. Yeah, it's pretty simple system, I would say. But it's magic. Well, it's not. It's sorry. Why am I saying it's magic? It's not magic. I just explained what it is, right? Right. Sorry. It's quite interesting, I would say. It's a nice, really nice feature. Yeah, let's move on. I do have another feature that I really like about Bambu Lab A1 printers. It is the ability to detect if the filament is running low, right? So if you see your spool has barely any filament remaining, just be aware that the Bambu Lab A1 printer has the ability to detect low filament. I did have my filament completely consumed, so this way you're not wasting any plastic, you're not wasting any PLA or whichever type of material you're using. It's able to consume fully and you're just left with a bare spool. It's a really great feature. Now what's going to happen once the filament is completely consumed, it will stop printing. Okay, so that is the intention. Now on r/3D printing community, recently I've been noticing a lot of people are complaining how some filament manufacturers are leaving tape on the very last on the very end of the filament, so that tape is then removed and sucked into the PTFE tubes and into your extruder, so that can cause some troubles, right? Now, I'm not advocating to click the print and go to bed or leave the room. You should always keep an eye on your printer, as it is a electronic device that can produce heat, and essentially it is a fire hazard. You should always keep an eye on your prints, okay? I just wanted to say a big thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, if you watched it all the way to the end, I ask you to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, as I'll be making more videos like this. And yeah, there's gonna be a lot of the whole premise of the channel is for me to make projects, review other people's models, make my own models, but I'm not that good yet at designing. I do have lots of ideas. It's just time. I guess time is something I don't have, right? It's I work a full-time job. I'm doing this as a hobby, really. Video making. I love making videos, right? Anyway, at the end of the day, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.